Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Stupid Player NegativeAE, and welcome back to another episode of Steins Gate 0. Last we left off, Okanin had just jumped into the street to save a crazy Kagari who heard the voice of God. And then we're at this flashback. A long time ago, the air wasn't dirty like it is now, so nobody cared if they got wet in the rain. When Mommy was your age, Kagari, she loved the rain. She ran around outside with Okarin. When you run in the rain, it's like you're swimming in the sea. Okarin and Mommy were fish, swimming in the sea. The only two fish in the world. It was so much fun. When was that? After I'd been separated from Big Sis Suzuha in 1998, I was locked somewhere for a long time. When did I escape? Why did I escape? I wanted to see Mommy all of a sudden. That was the only reason. At the place where she was kept, Kagari was waiting for the professor to come, like always when she happened to look outside and see it was raining. She smelled the water through the window and she remembered what her mom had said. The next thing she knew, she'd taken off the headset she was wearing. Nobody expected it, so escaping was easy. She ripped off the cords off her arms and used the little window to go outside. And then she snuck in the back of the truck that was just about to leave the parking lot. The facility she'd been kept in must have been deep within the mountains. After hours of shaking, the truck finally stopped and reached a town somewhere. When the truck stopped, she jumped out and wandered in the rain with nowhere to go. She didn't have any destination in mind. She wanted to see her mom, but she didn't know where she was. And even if she did find her, her mom would have been younger than Kagari and wouldn't know who she was. She'd run away from the facility on impulse, but she had no money, and there was nothing she could do, except wait for the professor to come and find her. Until then, she wanted to get wet in the rain. The rain kept falling for a long time. Her clothes got wet, but she didn't care. It's so weird that the rain doesn't hurt. The rain in this era didn't sting when it landed on your skin. It was warm. For the first time, Kagari learned that nature could do things other than hurt you. In this life, there was life in this rain. That's how it felt to her. The rain in this era was alive. It was totally different than the dead rain of the future. Kagari kept walking, enjoying the feeling of being surrounded by living rain. How long had she walked? When her legs finally started to get tired, she sat down at a bench with a roof over it. It was a trolley platform. It was unmanned, without even a ticket station. She sat down and looked up at the sky. The rain was still falling. I'm sure God doesn't like this rain. It's a good CG too. It's a sad CG, but it's a good one. He probably likes the dead rain better than the living rain. Otherwise, I can't explain why the rain in the future is dead. The rain sure didn't seem better than the living rain to Kagari. Or the dead rain sure didn't seem better than the living rain to Kagari. But there was one thing that she was sure of. In the future where Mom was, the rain was dead. But when she saw Mom again, the rain would be dead. So she wasn't really mad at God. Are you lost? Sounded like Okabe. They should have gotten another, well, I don't know. I know that it's really expensive to make games and stuff. He must have walked in the rain for a long time. Kagari said nothing as he sat down next to her. He looked tired and in pain. Me too. The boy talked to her in a voice that was a whisper. What he talked about she couldn't remember, but he seemed to be in so much pain, as if he was carrying the weight of the whole world's sadness on his shoulders. Why had he talked to her when they'd never met before? Why had he decided to open up to Kagari? Strangely, it didn't bother her. She was the same. She was the same as he was. And strangely, she realized something. There are things in this world that you just couldn't change. There are things in this world where all you could do was watch them slip through your fingers. I bet you this is Okabe. Just like in the past. You couldn't give up on them, but you had no choice but to give up. She felt that despair. Maybe the rain had brought the two of them together. There were so many people in the world, and yet two of them had no one they could talk to. So maybe the rain had brought them together. The living rain. The warm rain. The gentle rain. Okarin and Mommy were fish swimming in the sea. The only two fish in the world. Mommy had looked so happy when she told that story. But it sounded sad to Kagari. Because the world was so big and it was just the two of them alone. It would be lonely and sad to have no one else there. That's what she thought. But now she understood how Mom felt. Just a little. Just two fish alone in the world. But that was different from being totally alone. No matter what else, there was someone next to you who felt the same way. It was lonely, but she said she was sure that it wasn't that lonely. That's what she felt. At the bottom of the living sea of rain. Are you fucking serious? You gotta be fucking kidding me with this. Where was the song learned? You gotta be kidding me. So then the song never manifested. It was never made. It was never a song that was made because it should always exist in this time loop of time. It just never was created or not created. There was nothing Kagari could do for the boy, but she felt like he needed that song. The next thing she knew, the boy was gone. The rain's not stopping, huh?
探したよ。
I've been looking for you.
ほら、行こ
Come on, let's go.
う。どうしたんだい？
What's wrong?
私、行かなきゃ。
I have to go. She took off the professor's hand and ran off into the street through the pouring rain. And then she saw a truck splashing up water from the puddles as it came barreling towards her. Interesting. So she got hit by a truck, that's why she has amnesia? Kagari woke up and realized she was in a hospital bed.
Kagari-san!
Or what? I'm trying to think. That was weird because it was two things. It was a memory. Maybe that truck hitting her woke her up? Was the reason she got amnesia in the first place because of that truck? It remains to be seen, but I think that the truck definitely gave her her memories back. Right? Mayuri is looking down at her with eyes swollen bright red. Okarin, Kagari's awake.
かがり、
私
トラックにはねら
You
れ
were
そうになっ
almost
た
hit by a
んだ。
truck.
怪我はなかったんだけどな。
You weren't hurt, but you
気を
passed
失っ
out,
て
so
た
we
から
called an ambulance just in
念のた
case.
めに君は保険証を持ってないから。
You don't have an insurance card, so the bills are probably going to be crazy.
しょうがないよ。あの時は
It
そうす
doesn't
るし
matter.
かなかったもん。
It was the only thing we could do.
かがりさんが無事でよかっ
I'm just glad you're safe, Kagari.
た。オカリンがね、ギリギリのところ
Okarin
で
saved
助
you
け
at
た
the last second.
二人とも。死んじ
Maybe
ゃ
she
った
thought you
の
were
かと
both
思
dead.
って。
Maybe she thought.
泣くなよ、まゆり。
Don't cry, Mayuri.
そうでした。
Oh, that's right.
ぼんやり覚えてます。
I kind of remember.
岡部さんが
Okabe jumped out
飛
to
び出
save
し
me.
てきてごめんなさい。
I'm sorry.
私ど
I
うか
don't
し
know
て
what
た。
was wrong with me. Thanks.
いや、無事ならいいんだ。
No, I'm just glad you were safe. Aw, cute as fuck.
よかったよ、かがりさん。
I'm so glad, Kagari.
本当に心
I
配
was
した
really
んだ
worried.
からまゆりさん。違う。
No, that wasn't right. Kagari finally understood everything.
そうじゃない。
That wasn't right.
この人はまゆりさんじゃな
This
い。
wasn't Mayuri.
そうだ。この人はママだ。
This was Mommy.
やっと
I finally
やっと会えた。
I finally get to meet you. Now it was Kagari's turn to give Mayuri a big hug. It's not as cute. That's less cute. It's still cute,
かがりさん
but it's less
違う
cute.
よ。違ってなんかない。ママはかが
She
りの
couldn't
ママなの。
stop herself from talking like a little girl. The last 10 years had vanished, and Kagari was once again a small child.
ママって。かがり、記憶が戻ったのか？
Kagari, your memories are back.
おかりんおじさん。全部思い出した。
Yeah, I remember it all now.
私は椎名まゆりの娘。
I
椎名かがりだよ。
wonder how Mayuri acts to this. Eh?
だってかがりさん。
You're older than me, Kagari.
それに
And Mayushi's never
シーは
had a baby or anything.
ママ、私は未来から来たんだよ。
I'm from the future.
未来のママは孤
In
児
the
だった
future,
私
you
を引き
adopted
取
me
っ
when I
て
was an orphan.
幼女に。マユシーが
Mayushi did.
そうだよ。
That's right.
私に生きる理由を与えて
You
く
were
れ
the
た
one who
の
gave
が
me a reason to live.
ママはね、私を危
You
ない
sent
目
me
に
to
遭
the
わせない
safest
ため
place
に
you could think of.
一番安全な
So
とこ
that
ろ
I
に
wouldn't
逃
be
が
in
してくれ
danger.
安全なところ
The safest place.
過去だよ。ママが幼かった頃のまだ平和
You
だった日
probably
本
thought
で
that
な
if I
ら
lived in a time when Japan was at peace, I could be safe.
でも
But I
や
still
っぱ
missed
り
you.
さ、ここにはママがい
I
ないん
couldn't
だも
find you
の。
here.
どんな安全な場所でも
No matter how safe it is, I didn't want to live without you.
ママ、会いたかったよ。
I missed you. I bet you the choice here is gonna be like I'm thinking like way later in the game, obviously. But I bet you the choice is like Kagari disappears if we save the future, but like it's necessary to like bring everybody back. But no, isn't Steins Gate like the culmination of everybody's happy? Like that's what Steins Gate is like everybody lives. Well, not everybody lives, but it's like the culmination where nothing bad happens at the end. Because there's always something like war and famine that happens. So I don't know. I'm just doing some like theory crafting, but like I don't know if she's part of that. I think she became her because of the war, and like that's what this is going to try to do. Is like, it's gonna be like, well, you know, shit happens because of war. Are you really ready to get rid of that? And it's like, yeah, millions of people die. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know.
ごめんね。ごめんね。辛かったよね。
It must have been so hard. It must have been so lonely.
ママのせいで
You were sad so
ずっと泣
long
いて
because
た
of
ん
me,
だよね。
weren't you?
ごめんね。
I'm sorry. Interesting. Interesting turn of events.
こうして私、椎名かが
And
り
that's how
は
I
すべての記憶を
Kagari
取り
Sheena
戻した。
got all my memories back. By getting almost hit by a bus.
それからの数ヶ月間
The
は
next several months were wonderful.
毎日のようにラボに集
Every
まり
day I would come to the lab and play with mommy and her
み
friends.
んな本当にいい人たちだった。
They were all wonderful people,
退屈する暇なんて
and there was never a moment where something fun wasn't happening.
特にママはできるだけ時間を
Mommy
作って
especially tried to spend as much time with me as possible.
一緒にご飯を食べに行ったり
We'd eat together,
一緒にショッピングに行
go
ったり
shopping together,
目的もなく一緒に
or
散歩
sometimes
したりし
just
た
walk around with no goal in mind.
他愛もないそのすべてが私が
That
心の
normal
底
life
から求め
was
続けてい
everything
た
I ever wanted.
以前は頭の
The
中に響いていた
voice
声も
I heard before began to
ママがたく
vanish
さん話している
as I
うち
spent
に
more time with her.
ママはどんな時でも笑顔
Mommy always smiled,
そして心から
and
嬉し
she
そうに
always seemed so happy to hear what I had to say.
本当に本当に
I
幸
was
せだった
so happy.
お泊まり会も何度もした
We had a lot of sleepovers too,
ママの家や
at the lab,
君の家で
and at Mommy's house, and at Luca's
お菓
house.
子を食べながら遅くまで話して
We'd stay up late eating snacks and talking, and then I'd sleep in the same futon as Mommy.
布団の中では小さな声で二人であの歌を歌った
We'd both whisper
ママ
that
が
song.
二人をつないでくれ
That
た歌
song
だ
that she
と
told
言っ
me
た
brought us together.
確かにあの歌は
And it did.
私は小さい頃に
When I was little, Mommy taught me this song,
ママは鈴葉お姉ちゃん
and she learned it from Big Sis Suzuha.
鈴葉お姉ちゃんは
And Big Sis Suzuha learned it from Yuki.
ゆきさんはオカリン
And
おじさん
Yuki
の
learned it
お
from
母さん
Uncle Okarin's mom.
オカリンおじさんのお母さん
And
は
Uncle Okarin's mom learned it from Okarin.
そしてオカリン
And
おじ
he
さんは
learned it from you, which is the stupidest part.
確かなことはわからない
I didn't know for sure.
でももしそうだったら
But if that was true, it was wonderful. No, it's stupid. Because then the song never exists.
他にも
It's cool that that's how it
ママが
worked.
話した
I talked a lot more with
学校
Mommy
の話ラボの話
about
オ
school,
カリンおじさ
about
ん
the
の
lab,
話
about Uncle
未来の
Okarin,
話
about the future, about love, about all kinds of
本
things.
当にいろんなある時ママが急にこんな
One day she
話を
said
した
this
こ
to
と
me.
があったねえかがりちゃんまゆしんはね思うのです
Maybe she had an
こ
idea.
の歌は
Maybe
大好
this
きな
song is
人
a
を
song
励
to
ます
make the
歌なん
person
じ
you
ゃない
love
か
feel
な
better.
ってその人は
They lost their most
大切
important
な
treasure,
宝物を
and
な
they
く
got
して
so sad that their family just went to sleep.
悲しどんなに揺さぶっても
No
眠っ
matter
た
how
まま
much you shake them, they won't wake
そ
up.
れくらい悲しかった
That's
か
how
ら
sad they are.
でもねその
But
宝物
that
は
treasure isn't really gone.
実は本当はちょっと
It's
手を
actually
伸ば
so
せば
close that they could reach out
届
and
くと
touch
ころ
it.
にあるんだけどその人は
But
宝
don't
物が
realize it's
す
so
ぐ
close.
近くにあることに気
All
づ
they
か
do
ない
is
で
sleep.
でもね
But
その人は
really, you know,
きっと本当
they're waiting
は
for someone to wake them
誰か
up.
が起こしてくれるのをずっと待ってるんだだってね
Because
その
that
人は
person is right
そ
next
ば
to
に
them.
いるからいなくなったわけじゃないから
They're not gone at all.
それがいつになるのかわからないけど
I don't know when, but
それ
I
で
know
も
that someday
いつかきっと
They'll
目を
wake up.
覚ましてくれる、そういう歌なんじゃないかなって
That's what I think that
思
song
う
is.
んだ。
そしてママは私を
Mommy looked at me and
見
smiled.
カーテンから漏れる月明かりで
Her eyes seemed so clear and so
マ
calm
マの瞳が
as she gazed at the moonlight coming through the curtains.
初めて見る綺麗な色の
It
瞳
was
だ
the first time I'd seen such a pretty color.
けれど後から思うと
But when I thought back,
あの時のママの瞳は以前にも見たこと
I'd
がある
actually seen it once before.
あの時
That day.
私が記憶を取り戻したあの雨の
That
日
rainy day when I got my memories
マ
back.
マは私を抱きしめながら
She had that same look in her eyes when she held me.
あの時ママは
She
ずっ
kept
と
saying the same
ご
thing.
めんね
I'm sorry.
かがりちゃんごめんね
I'm sorry, Kagari.
そのごめんねはママが未来のママ自
I
身の
thought she was
代わりに
apologizing for what she'd done in the future.
未来のママが私を
I
一
thought
人ぼっ
that
ち
she
に
was
したことを
apologizing for leaving me
謝
all
っている
alone.
んだけれどそうじゃなかった
But she wasn't.
あの時ママは
That
他の
apology
誰
was
でも
only
なく
from the Maori Shina who lived in
2011年
2011.
私を一人ぼっちにしてごめんね
She was saying that she was sorry for leaving me alone.
そのことに気づいたのは半
It
年
was
後
about half a year later when I realized this.
2011年7月7日
July 7th,
七
2011,
夕の日だった
the day of Tanabata.
本当は分かってた
To tell the truth, I had known it was coming.
こんなところに呼び出してママ
I
何の
wonder
用
why
かな
Mommy wanted me to come here.
何かサプライズでも考えてる
Maybe
の
she's
か
thinking
な
of a surprise? Kagari whispered as if she wanted it to be true. Today was July 7th, Tanabata. The lab was going to have a Tanabata party with the Tanoji family on the roof of the building. It was essentially an excuse to hold a barbecue. Why would we have it on top of the building? The sky was clear that day, so the night stars were sure to be pretty.
早く戻って準備の続き
They
し
could
なき
get
ゃ
back and keep getting ready.
ママと
With
一
Mommy's
緒に
help, of course. I don't know about this. They gonna try to send her back?
本当は分かってた
I knew it was coming.
この呼び出しが何を意味するのか
I knew what this meant.
分かっててでも自分に対して分からない
But I
ふりをし
pretended I
て
didn't.
本当はここには来たくなかった
I didn't want to come here.
見たくないものから目をそらしていたか
I
った
didn't want to see this. I wanted to look away. I took another step toward the roof.
早く行かなきゃママが待ってる
They're gonna try to send her back.
どうして今になって
Why now?
ママ
When I opened the door, I was met with a burst of warm wind and gentle summer twilight. The stars could already be seen twinkling in the evening sky. Mayuri was there. She was standing right next to the time machine. She had one hand to keep the wind from blowing away her hat, and the other reached out toward the sky. Her open hand stretched straight up towards the Akibara sky, as if she was trying to grab the brightest star. Her eyes seemed to look past the stars towards something beyond. It was so pretty, so ephemeral, so fragile.
ママ
Kagari couldn't stop her from crying out, or herself from crying out. It felt like she didn't stop her. If she didn't stop her, the stars would take her mother away.
かがりちゃんてってる
ママ
The tension started to drain from Kagari's body. Good. Mommy was acting normal now. There's nothing to worry about. Mommy would never leave her. Ever. When Kagari ran over, Mayuri lowered the hand that she'd reached out towards the sky.
どうしたの？
What's
ど
wrong?
うしてここに
Why
呼ん
did
だ
you
の？
want me to come here? Mayuri smiled, slightly embarrassed, and spun the other way. And then she looked up at the time machine.
かがりちゃんは
This is what you
これに乗って
came
き
here
た
in,
んだ
isn't it,
よね
Kagari?
急に何？そんなし
Why
みじみ言
bring
うこ
that
と
up? It's not something I... Her words caught in her throat. She realized that the time machine's hatch was open.
どうして？
Why?
どうしてタイムマシンのハッチが
Why
開い
is
て
the
る
time
の？
machine's hatch open? And then someone appeared from within the time machine. Suza.
かがり、お前どうして？
Why are you...
それはこっちのセリフだよ。
That's what I want to know. What are you two doing?
まゆ姉さん、かがりには秘密にしてお
Princess
くっ
May, you
て
promised you'd
約
keep it
束
a
したじゃな
secret
い
from
か。
Kagari.
黙っててごめんね
I'm
すずさ
sorry, I
ん
didn't tell you, Suzu.
まゆしね
Maybe she wanted to say goodbye to Kagari no matter what.
すぐ終わるから
I'll be done soon, so keep getting ready.
わかった。終わったら
Okay.
乗って。
Once you're done, get in. Oh. Got it. Got it. Mommy's leaving.
秘密？お別れ？準備？
Secret. Goodbye. Getting ready.
ママも鈴葉お姉ちゃんも何の話をしてるの？
What are you two talking about?
私全然わからないよ。
I don't understand.
本当は分かってた。
She did understand.
本当はママからメ
She
ッセ
knew
ージが来た
exactly
時
what
か
was
ら
coming since she got the
もう分
message
かって
from
た
her
って
mother.
も認めたくなかった。
But she didn't want to accept it.
タイムマシンが
She
また
didn't
か
want
ぐ
to
りと
accept
ママ
that
を
the
離
time
れ
machine
離
was
れ
going
に
to
して
tear
し
her
まう
away
こ
from
と
her
を
mother again.
認めたくなかったの。
あのねまゆしは
Listen, maybe she's
これ
about
か
to
ら
go back
す
into
ずさ
the
んと
past with
一緒
Susan.
に大事な人に目を覚ましてもらうために
That the person she loves can wake up.
無理だよ。
It's impossible.
世界線は
The
収束
world
し
lines
ちゃう
are
の。
going to converge.
ママや鈴葉お姉ちゃんが
No
どんな
matter
に
how
頑張
hard
った
you
って
try, you can't change them.
変えられ誰にも変えようがないのよ。
No one can.
そうだね
You're right.
とまゆしじゃ
Mayushi can't
変えら
change
れな
them.
い
Then
でもねオカリンは別
you
なの
know Okudin can.
オカリンには
Okudin has
未
the
来
power
を
to
変え
change
る
the
力
future.
があるそのオカリンを
And even Mayushi can go back
あ
to
の
that
日
day
のオカリンの背
and give
中
him a
を
little push.
チャンスはあの日だけ
This
だから
day, or that day, is our only chance.
うまくいくわけない。
It won't work. Kagari grabbed Mayori's arms. But she just smiled sadly.
それでも
Even if it doesn't. That's a cool picture right there.
まゆしは
Mayushi
もう
wants
一
to
度
see
会い
him
たい
again.
んだ
There's so many like desktop moments in this freaking thing. Like I want this as my desktop. It's just there. It's just I want.
大院京馬に私の彦星様に
I want to see my hikobushi again. I really don't know how to pronounce that word. Hikobashi.
でも本当は分かってた。
But she knew this was coming. Ever since that day, she got her memories back. Kagari's life has been truly happy. She'd lived every day in a peaceful Japan with no war, and with Mayori and the rest of the lab. Every day felt like every day shone like a jewel, and she thought it would last forever. But she'd known what that look in Mayori's eyes had meant. She'd known why everyone was having fun. Mayori always seemed kind of sad.
私は
What about me?
私はどうな
What
るの？
happens to me?
もしオカリンおじさんが
If
シュタインズゲー
Uncle
トへたど
Okudin
り着いた
does
とし
reach
て
Steins Gate,
そこでは戦争が起き
maybe
ない
the
かも
war
しれ
won't
ない。
happen.
そうすればたくさんの人は
And
救われ
maybe a
るかも
lot of
しれない。
people will be saved.
だけど
そしたら
But then-
私はママと会えないよ。
That I won't be able to meet you. That was the choice that I had predicted.
そんなことないよ。
That's not true.
どの未来でだって
No matter what the future holds,
マユシーとカガリ
I'm
ちゃん
going to
は
meet you.
その世界では
In that world,
カ
you
ガ
might
リ
not
ち
be
ゃんは
alone.
一人じゃ本当のお父さんとお
You
母
might
さん
have a happy life with your real mom and dad.
でも
But
マ
even
ユ
if
シ
you
ー
do,
は
I'll still come
そ
to
れ
see
でも
you.
それでね
And then
カ
we
ガ
can
リ
be
ちゃん
really,
と
really,
と
really
って
good
もと
friends.
っても仲良いだからカガリちゃん
So you
は
don't need to worry about a thing.
私もママもお互いのことを忘
You
れ
and
ちゃ
I
うかも
might
しれ
forget
ないの
about
よ
each other.
私のことを覚えていないのに
How can you come find me if you don't
会いに来
remember
てく
me?
れるのは絶対無理だよ
It's impossible.
ううん
Nope.
マユシーには
Maybe will know who
きっ
you
とカ
are.
ガリなんで
How?
なんでそんなことを言い切れ
How
る
can
の
you be sure?
だってね
That's so sad. Because
それが運命だもん
that's fate. That's so sad.
マユシーとカガリちゃんの絆は
The bond between
どんなことにも
Mayushi and
負
Kagari
け
won't
た
be
りしない
broken by anything.
だから
So
今
even
の
if we
記
lose our
憶がなく
memories,
なっても
Mayushi will come and
絶対
find you.
にマユシーはあなたを
Tears like pearls fell from Mayori's eyes, but she kept smiling at Kagari anyway. And for the first time, Kagari realized how strong Mayori Shina really was. She realized that even if Mayori didn't, how tough and strong her will was. This girl, who seemed so small and fragile, believed in the power of the future more than anyone in the world.
じゃ
Okay,
あそろそろ行くね
I'm going to go. Mayori was about to get in the time machine. She could see Mayori's legs shaking with each step up the ladder she took. She couldn't let this happen. It would just end up like that day in 2036. Kagari couldn't take that anymore.
待って
Kagari clung to Mayori's body.
ママを過去になんて行
I
かせな
won't
い
let you go to the past.
ママの代わりに私が
I'll
行
go
く
instead. Kagari grabbed the phone that Mayori was holding and pulled down on her hard. Mayori lost her balance and fell off the ladder. Kagari leapt inside.
カガリお前正気
Kagari,
か
are you crazy? Kagari ignored her and then leaned out the hatch to smile down at Mayori.
オカリンおじさんは私が何と
I'll
かして
take
みせる
care
だ
of Uncle Okurin.
からそこで待
So
ってて
just wait there.
鈴葉お姉ちゃん
Big
ハッチを
Sis
閉め
Suza
て
close the hatch.
いいのか
You sure?
わかった
Interesting. That's weird. I thought the whole reason they went back to the past was to like. Okay. I guess Kagari could be like, I'm her. I'm freaking what's her name from the future.
カガリちゃ
Or
ん
Kurusu.
私ママ
Mommy.
のことずっと愛してる
I'll always love you.
過去も今も未来でも
In the past, in the present, and in the future. And then the hatch closed. She couldn't see her beloved mother anymore. She wiped away the tears and sat down in the passenger seat and strapped herself in. Suza sat in the main seat and grinned.
まさか
I didn't think I'd be doing this with you twice.
一番最初に戻っただけだよ
We've just gone back to the first time, is all.
最初とは大違いだ。
This is nothing like the
あの
first
時のお
time.
前はピー
You
ピ
were
ー泣
sobbing
い
like
て
a
た。
baby then.
鈴葉お姉ちゃんだって
You were crying a little too, Big Sis Suza.
そうだな。
You're right.
行くよ、かがり。
Let's go, Kagari. To the past.
かっこいい。
I kind of like that, actually. It's a nice callback to when this first happened. That's cool. It's the same exact situation, pretty much. Except for, like, the... I don't know. Suza tapped the console with the whole seat and started to shake. At the same time, a pale light began to shine from within the machine. The time travel was beginning. There was no guarantee it would work, and she might never see Mayuri again. But she swore that she would make this succeed. As the daughter of Mayuri Shina. No matter how far apart they were, that song would connect them together. That's it. Alright, this song. Oh, this is actually on the soundtrack. That's cool, I need the song now. Alright, well, okay, so there's a couple questions I have, obviously. They didn't resolve the Yuki stuff, which was like, you know, there's yet to be a world line where that resolves. Well, okay, that's not true. In the Mayuri ending, it does. But, like, not well. It's not a good resolution, but I guess we know about that now, so it's fine. I'm still curious, like, so Daru gets together with Yuki, but, like, is that the real... It's not the real Yuki, so it doesn't matter, so how does Daru get together with her? Like, what's the thing there? We still have another 2 endings to go. We still have Kudesu to go, and then, after Kudesu is the true ending, which is attached to the Mayuri ending, so we'll see what we have to do. I like this song. Wow. That was pretty sad. I'm glad that it kind of ended like that. I kind of like Rain stuff, so I kind of like Kagari's ending a little bit. And I like the song. The song was like the main theme of this. Man, that was a cool ending. This is a well done visual novel. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna find something as well done as like Steins Gate. I think that's why it's so popular, right? Is because it's like the first like choice driven visual novel that's like well done. Recursive Mother Goose achievement unlocked. Cool. Thank you. Well, I mean, that's the end of this, right? More CG. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, hit the like button. I really appreciate it. Helps me out. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. There's a lot of visual novel stuff. Steins Gate and Danganronpa so far, but I plan to play more after Danganronpa V3 because I'm going to play that next, hopefully. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next episode, whatever it may be. and I'll hit you back with the Kagari. No, Kudesu ending. We just did the Kagari ending. What am I doing? Peace out, you guys.